up, y'all? It's your girl Nana, and I'm back with another video. What I have for y'all today is going to be something really good, really fresh, something different than what I have been posting. I'm going to be explaining to you guys how to land a job with no experience, with no college degree, honey. This is your first job. You are fresh out of college, you are fresh out of high school, and you don't have any experience, and you're trying to figure out, how am I going to get a position? I am here to give you just 5 tips on how to land that job. Now, what I did do is create like a little sheet with some notes that I have to remember, you know, some things that I want you guys to take note of and remember while you are searching for your job. So what I'm going to need you to do is to click on the link in the description box down below, so that you will have this sheet that I'm going to be reading off of. So please don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. I really need your support so that I can be motivated to continue to make these videos, so that I can be sure that I am making quality content for you guys to be helped. So please don't forget to share. Okay, I need you to thumbs up this video. Don't forget to subscribe. The button is right there. The like button is right there. And comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. So without further ado, let's get straight into this video. Okay, so I did just want to start off with a little disclaimer to let you guys know that this document here, this document is in no way a full guide of everything you need to know in order to land like that dream position. What it is it's a few tips. So what I'm gonna need you to do is to utilize the tips so that you can significantly increase your chances of landing that position. So I'm gonna go through step by step how to get this done. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna need you guys to do, the first thing I need you to do is to write down a list of skills and things that you know you're good at. I mean, just think about throughout school, think about throughout your past positions. What have people continuously explained to you and let you know that you are good at? That is what you need to write down. So for me, an example, I was really good at math. I was really good at English. And so what I wrote down as far as my skills is, you know, I'm really good at typing, pretty good at grammar, you know, communication, verbal and written communication. I'm really good at that. So those are skills that I make sure to write down on my list. As far as, you know, communication goes, I said typing, so listening skills and active listening skills, not just listening, but active listening to, you know, fully utilize the things that people are telling you and to fully make sense out of the things that you're listening to. So be sure to note those skills that you have. So that's just a little note. That's not the first step, because the first step is to update your resume. But I said to list those skills because you're going to need those skills. Excuse me. You're going to need those skills in order to update your resume. So update your resume. Okay. So what I noted was to write down the skills that are noted in the job description that you're applying for. Now, most job descriptions do have a list of skills that they would like for the employees or the potential employee to have, or anyone that is applying for the position. They let you know what skills they expect you to have to be considered for the position. So what I need you to do is take note of those skills that are listed in the job descriptions, so that you can be sure that those skills match up with the skills that you have listed for yourself. Now, what I do want you to take note of is, are there any skills within the job description that you forgot to add in your own list of of skills? Are there any skills in that job description that you have forgot to list that you have? And it's okay, because, you know, we forget about some things that we're able to do. Like, we just do them, and so we forget that that's really a skill, that's really something useful that can help a business, that can be a part of a new position. And so just take note of that. You know, you have your list of things that you already know that you're good at, and then you have the list of skills that are noted in the job description. And so you need to match them up and see, are there anything Are there any skills within this job description that I do have that I could add on to my list over here of my skills so that I can add it to my resume? So it's going to be something you want to do. Another note when it comes to updating your resume is you want to make sure that you tailor your resume to fit the job that you're applying for. Now, I'm not saying copy and paste the job description, but what I am saying is you need to take note of what the employers are telling you that they're looking for. So tailor your resume. Okay, so if the job description is saying that they are looking for customer skills representatives, that have great verbal and written communication skills, that they have active listening skills, you want to make sure that your resume portrays a person that is a customer service representative that has these skills that they're asking for. So just make sure that your resume matches up with what the job is asking for so that you can make it easy for the recruiters to be able to pull your resume and see immediately or nearly immediately that you are perfect for that position. So those are things to note when you are updating your resume. But that is the first step to getting the job with no experience, with no degree. Update your resume. Okay, so step 2 on these tips, on the 5 tips to getting a job with no experience and no college degree. Step 2 is going to be to take free courses, guys. You're going to need to take free courses to further demonstrate your skill set. Okay, so there are free courses on LinkedIn Learning. There's Indeed Assessments. There's Khan Academy. There are plenty of courses out there that provide certificates, and that's going to be my main note when it comes to taking these free courses, guys. You want to make sure that you choose courses that come with certificates so that you can add those certificates and that certification to your resume, which makes you look even more competent and ready and prepared and you know, more qualified for the position that you are applying for. So be sure to do that, especially if you have never had a job in your life. I'm speaking to you guys specifically. If you are fresh out of high school, you are fresh out of college, and you have no experience at all, and you're wondering, you know, my resume does not look like, you know, I am capable of doing any position. You need to make sure that you're taking these free courses so that you can add that as further certification to your resume. It makes you look really good, okay? It makes you look like you are using your free time to further your education. And so that is what you want to make sure you do when it comes to taking the free courses. That is step 2. And so we're going to move on to step 3, which is to apply to as many jobs as possible. Y'all need to apply to as many jobs as possible, okay? As many jobs as possible. Do not stop applying to a job. Do not stop applying to jobs and applying to new opportunities until you have finished the onboarding paperwork and the onboarding process for a position. So until you are locked in with a company and actually signed on and hired on, do not stop applying. Y'all, when I tell you I have put in over 100 applications in one day, I will not sleep. Okay, I will sleep like this much, maybe an hour, 2 to 3 hours, and I would use any other time that I set aside really for sleep or downtime or personal time. I would use that time to apply to jobs. So I just applied. I just kept applying, because when you look at the rules of probability, you know, one of those companies that you applied for will pull your resume and will call for an interview. So that's all we're trying to get at this point. We're trying to get an interview so that we can dazzle them at the interview and land that position. Okay, so step 3 was to apply to as many jobs as possible. So I'm just going to review back from step 1. If you have made it this far into this video, please do not forget to subscribe. I need y'all to subscribe and then thumbs up this video and comment down below how you feel about the video so far. So I'm just gonna recap in this moment right here while y'all are subscribing and liking this video. I'm just gonna recap what I've gone over so far. So the first step is to update your resume. Make sure that you are matching up the skills within the job description with the skills that you've added on your resume. So make sure that your resume matches the skills that are in the job description. So make sure that those two add up. Okay, step 2 is to take free courses. Make sure that you are using LinkedIn Learning. Make sure that you are using Indeed assessments. Make sure that you are using Khan Academy, and make sure that the courses that you take have certifications so that you can add them in your licenses and certifications area on your resume. Step 3, apply to as many jobs as possible. You do not stop applying until you have completed the onboard process for a company. So with that in mind, with these 3 things in mind, we're going to move on to step 4, which is to be sure to read between the lines, to understand the company's terminology. Be sure to read between the lines to understand the company's terminology. Do not feel intimidated by the fancy words that are listed in these job descriptions, guys. This terminology, these words, these fancy large words are used in these job descriptions so that they can weed out those lazy people, and they can weed out those people that they know 100% are not qualified because they do not want to read the words, or if they don't know the words, they don't want to Google the words to find out the definition of the words. But y'all, some companies make things sound way more intricate and way more difficult than they actually are, and that is simply so that they can weed out those people that are that they feel are lazy and will not read through job descriptions. So be sure to thoroughly read through job descriptions, and make sure that you take the time to read through and understand what the job is describing. Make sure that you understand whatever the company is trying to explain to you. Okay, take the time to read it. I understand that some job descriptions, when it comes to job postings, are very, very, very long, okay? But take the time to read through it, because I promise you it's definitely not as difficult as they make it seem, okay? So let's just read through it, understand it, and once you understand it, make sure that it is something that you are able to do, and then continuously, go for applying for it. So that is step 4. And step 5, guys, this is more along the process as far as, okay, at this point you have an interview. So what you want to do is you want to prepare for your interviews, okay? Prepare for your interviews. Look up the most asked or the most common interview questions and prepare for the interview, okay? Practice with a friend, practice with your sister, or your brother or whoever. Practice with someone close to you, and play out the scenario. Let them be the interviewer and you practice the questions. So be confident in yourself through your tone and your posture. And if you're unsure of yourself, know that the interviewer will be unsure of you as well. You have to appear to be very confident in yourself. You have to be confident. You have to believe that you're capable of doing the position, because if you do not believe you're capable, they will not believe you're capable, okay? So even if you are very nervous and you're not used to speaking in front of people, you have to gather up that energy and that confidence to be able to interview. And so that's why the main thing that I say here is to practice your interview. You want to practice. And most people on Glassdoor or on LinkedIn, or no, not necessarily LinkedIn, on Glassdoor or on Indeed. Glassdoor and Indeed. Both websites provide typical interview questions for companies, previous people who have interviewed for the companies, whether they've been hired on or not. They share their experience. And so what you want to do is go through, read through, and get those interview questions, and then prepare stories for those interview questions. Now, I'm not saying just come up with a random story that matches the question, but what I'm saying is take a look at the experiences that you have had in your personal life, and then assign those stories to the question. So make sure that you pull the stories that relate to the questions that you're being asked, and practice telling those stories so that you won't go on a tangent. Practice, your facial expressions, because you don't know if it's going to be an interview. Practice speaking so that your voice comes across clearly over the phone. These are things that you need to take into consideration when you're trying to land that position with no college degree and no experience. So guys, these are the 5 steps that I have for you to getting a job with no experience and no college degree. And if you have any further questions, if you want me to go into detail about interviewing, go into detail about updating your resume, go into detail about any of the steps that I provided in this video, please don't forget to comment down below, subscribe to my channel, click the little bell, because if you click the bell, then you'll know every time that I post a video and you won't miss it. And click the thumbs up right here. Click that thumbs up so that I know that you actually are getting something from my videos, and so that I will be sure to continuously post for you guys. Again, thank you for watching. My name is Nana, and if you are interested in finding out more tips and tricks about your career and how to progress in your career and how to land high-paying positions with no experience and no degree, please stay tuned and enjoy the rest of my videos. I hope you guys are having a blessed day, night, evening, year, and peace. Mwah.
It's my image in the conversation. Who you gon' scrimmage like you the champion? You might win some, but you just lost one. You might win some, but you